Future, me, believe in it. I'm out here trying to make something out of nothing. The world never gonna change.
Yo, what up? It's your boy
Gotta
Me,
make
and you're
myself
watching me right here on YouTube. And I'm here to talk about how to plan a mixtape. A mixtape. You see the info. I'm about to run the whole game plan down. It's not the game plan, it's actually the music plan, the promo plan, whatever you want to call it. So, if you're a local artist, yeah, I said local. It's just a word. If you're independent, how about that? That sounds way better. If you're an independent artist and you actually just get into the game, if you're a young person, you don't really know or have the info to say, well, hey, what do I supposed to do? And, what I do with this music stuff. I like doing it. I rap. I sound good. I think I sound good. So I put it out there. So I'm about to run some steps on how to actually plan a mixtape. I'm gonna have some other videos where I'll be explaining how to build artists, how to communicate with producers and videographers and stuff like that, but that's all up in another video. Right now, I'm running basic steps on how to plan a mixtape. So, in step one, what you'll wanna do is, you'll wanna have a producer. Of course you'll wanna have a producer. You wanna have somebody who got the sound that you need, who maybe, a producer who can sit there, hear you rap and say, you know what, I know I can make for you. You know what I'm saying? Don't find the dry ones who just putting something together and the beat sound like something that's supposed to be on a cartoon or something. You know what I'm saying? Don't do it to yourselves. If you want to get beats off the internet or on YouTube, do not just convert the link, drop it, give it to producer and say, yeah, man, you heard this the beat. It's not your beat, it's somebody else's beat. What you want to do as an artist, hear me out when I say an artist, not just a rapper. You won't be just a rapper, then just not the video for you. I have a video on how to be a rapper, you know what I'm saying? So if it's on the channel, you'll see. If it's not, then you'll know why. I don't deal with rappers, I like to deal with artists, you know what I'm saying? So when you're an artist, you have a producer. That producer gonna be a home producer, somebody that you know, or it could be a YouTube beat person. It could be somebody online making beats. Some of the dudes on YouTube be raw. A lot of them be raw. The majority of them be on music that people record on anyway. So there's good music. But you have to lease that music. You have to ask permission and ask the producer, say, hey, can I use that? They have to say, yeah, cool. But most people don't talk, they just want the money. So they have these options where you can lease it. Get your credit card, get your debit card. I don't care, you go to Walgreens, dollar store. Get your prepaid card. It's like 25 for one, 3 for 50. Sometimes they do like a 10 for 100. They just leasing them. You can use them. You sometimes they authorize you to be able to sell them. You can have them scream to make money. You can still make money off of them, as long as you agree with their producer to say, hey man, I'm using your beat. So next step, after you have your producer, you got some beats in line. You may not have all your beats for your mixtape. You know what I'm saying? You may not have all your beats at all. You may have a few beats. But this is where we're planning to drop your mixtape. It's a build-up moment. It's anticipation. People are waiting for it, so you plan for it. With that being said, the next step would be the studio. You gotta have a good studio on lock. Not your cousin who got the yo up the street, not your brother, cause you know how to mix good. None of that. You want to have a good studio. Even if it is a home studio, somebody at the house doing it, you want to make sure they're good though. You got some cats who at home, they mix well, they engineer, they good. Some of them are already producers, where they can do both. They hand to hand, they can engineer and they can produce a track for you. You know what I'm saying? People get a lot of things confused with mixing and mastering. You can't master a YouTube beat. Like, whoever told rappers that you can master a YouTube beat, lied to you. Every time a studio says, I mastered it, and you know for a fact that you only sent him the MP3. You know what I'm saying? You only sent him the one file. He didn't master nothing. All he did was master your vocals maybe. He lined your vocals up. He got your ad-libs correct. He got you all on one track, or he got you, he fixed that up. You know what I'm saying? But the beat itself, he can't. He don't have it. The producer has it. The producer has the beat. The producer's able to master it, but they can't put it together without having the vocals. You see what I'm saying? So that's why sometimes it's good to have the producer and the engineer kind of like hand to hand in the same room and the same mindset, or the same person, so they're able to mix and master, make the beat, record the song. Hey, you can cover everything. So after you had your studio on lock and you had that in order, you know, a lot of artists get this randomly to me. I don't know. They get it every now and then, or they get it when they getting certain designs done, you know. But you need photos, man. You do photos regardless. Before you maybe look for a producer, you may get photos. After producer, after anything else, you may get the photos. Get photos. Change up outfits. Do two, three different outfits. You know, get photos, because when you have a lot of photos, say the bigger you grow, you know, sometimes they have designers or graphic designers or event planners or promoters who book you. They'll just snatch a picture up off the internet. And if you got these raggedy Android or iPhone pictures that your cousin them can't angle it right, and they taking these odd designs, these odd angles and stuff like that, like that's not, you don't want that. You want a professional photographer, something that don't text. You got something that text, man, it'd be high. It'd be very expensive to do photos. But you find some and you get something done, even if it does cost a little bit, you get something done because they good, they perfect, they nice. You know, you get them, you keep them, you have them in your portfolio, and you use them for your mixtape covers, use them for your designs, use them for your social media stuff. And you have them, man, get some photos done. The next thing you go with is your single covers. Now by a few weeks of going on, you know, you should have some singles, you should have some songs done. That way you're able to drop some singles, you know. Now when you're planning a mixtape, you know, when you're doing a mixtape, you know, there's a key thing also, the time frame of the mixtape. Most mixtapes, people say I'm doing one mixtape or doing two mixtapes. So when you say numbers like that, I say, well, if you're doing one mixtape, we'll plan that mixtape over 8 months, 8 to 10 months, over the year. If you're doing a mixtape for, say you're doing 2 mixtapes a year, you do it every 6 months, you're doing 3, you do it every 4 months, you know. So depending on your promo plan, I'm gonna go with the 6-month promo plan. So in this time frame when you're doing all this, you know, you're doing your producer, you're doing your studio, you're doing your photo shoots, this stuff could be covered probably in the first month. You know, not saying you do your whole mixtape in that first month, but some things can get done. You get a couple hours of studio time. You can purchase a couple beats. You can get a couple photo shoots. You can do some single covers because you'll have some songs recorded that you may like or may want to say, well, hey, you know what, I'm gonna do that one for a single. Now, once you have that in order, you'll start working on your social media designs. When I say social media designs, I'm talking about if you have Twitter, if you have Instagram, if you have Facebook, if you have Tumblr, if you have Reddit, if you have anything that people see you on, you get some designs for it. Your YouTube channel has a YouTube banner, your Facebook has a Facebook banner, your Twitter has a Twitter banner, your profile pictures are photo shoots or either single covers or the mixtape cover once you get that design. And they just design work of yourself or your upcoming things you have coming up. Your singles being released, your mixtapes dropping, your videos being released, or anything you have your stuff on other platforms. You may say, well, I'm on Spotify, I'm on iTunes, I'm on Spinnerella, I'm on these different streaming sites. Hey, here's a banner for it. Click the link or search for it. Search for me on the internet or search for me on the platforms, and I'm there. You can check me out. So that's where your social media designer come in play, because people will be able to know where your music is. Then you have a website. Now, websites you can do in 2 different ways. Most people may have an artist site where you will have all your info on, all your music on, all your singles on, people can go to in one source. Or depending on how fast you're moving or how large of a person that you're known, like how well you're known, you may have a larger fan base where you'll say, well, hey, I'll do a website for each mixtape. I usually see some artists may do a website for each mixtape. You know, when you're doing a website, you can get a domain name for a year, or you can get it for 5, 10 years, however long you want to promote it. I see some websites come up for a year or 2, and then they'll just go away. And then everything will be on Spotify or iTunes and stuff like that.